to Imani Guest Houses, your perfect home away from home. Our spacious guest rooms are designed to provide you with ultimate comfort and relaxation, complete with hot showers and free Wi-Fi. Enjoy mouth-watering meals served in our charming dining area with friendly staff at your service. Rest assured that your vehicle is safe and secure with our ample on-site parking space. Unwind in the serene outdoor terrace while enjoying the scenic surrounding, and our friendly staff is always on hand to ensure your stay is nothing short of amazing. Located along Webuye Kitale Road opposite St. Joseph's Boys High School and 1 kilometer from the Kitale Airstrip, it is uniquely located at Imani Radio Ministry.
Thank God for the transforming power of faith. Nature forms us, sin deforms us. Let me give you the best definition of sin that I know of. It's coming short of the glory of God. You know what sin is? It's just everything in us that's not like God. And there's a lot of it, isn't there? There's a lot of it. I mean, don't go strutting your stuff, folks. We have all sinned and come short of the glory of God. Now, don't you stretch yourself out in the gutter alongside some old hypocrite and say, I'm longer than he is. So what? There is no promise too hard for God to keep. Do you believe that? Say amen. There's no promise that is too hard for God to keep. There are 30,000 promises in the Word of God, and every one of them are yea and amen in the Lord Jesus Christ. And not one jot nor one tittle shall fail from the law till all be fulfilled.
A very good morning to you. This is the 11th day of September, the year 2023. The show is The Sunrise, and my name is JEDIDAH CHEPKOSGEI. Welcome to the show. Of course, we begin with taking a look at what is trending in our newspapers this morning. Let's get right into it.
Well, welcome. We will begin with the Daily Nation for our newspaper review. And the top story from the Daily Nation is 48 hours of drama at Bomas. Of course, this is the 2022 elections. The results announcing has taken, like, it's been a year since that. The 2022 election, President William Ruto is marking 1 year in office this week. And you know, on the anniversary, we remember a tense and anxious nation waited for the announcement of their next president. The National Tally Center in Nairobi was receiving visitors with various requests to IEBC Chairman Wafula Chebukati and his team, but the events of August 14th and 15th or possibly and defining moments of the election. And of course, it's just a reflection of what took place last year. A time like this, you can find the full publication in page 4 and 5 of the Daily Nation. And on other news, we have Ruto, why I want official opposition leader post. And this is what he has to say. President Ruto has reaffirmed his commitment to the creation of the office of the leader of the opposition, even as his deputy Rigathi Gachagua demanded that this issue of the 2022 election audit be dropped from the agenda of the bipartisan talks. And of course, you can find it in page 6. Of course, a lot of people have been raising questions concerning that, thinking and also saying that it is a way of involving the opposition, which will somehow hinder their work. But we will wait to see how that goes. And in other story, we have a blow to non-local teachers in NEP and TSC as in NEP as TSC declines transfer request. You can find that in page 10, matters education there. Then we have more under 50s getting early cancer diagnosis and deaths, says studies. Diet high in red meat, low in fruit, high in sodium and low in milk, as well as alcohol and tobacco consumption are the main risk factors for early onset cancer. That is according to the researchers. And I guess these are just some of the things you have to look out for and, you know, work on your health as much as possible so that you do not end up as a statistic. There you can find the full story in page 11. And in page 3, we have issues tragedy, how Venezuela toy turned a family's life upside down. An innocent move by a 5-year-old boy to buy a Venezuela plastic home almost ended tragically after the minor swallowed a loosely fitted cup on the device. You can find it in page 3. Then we also have another story about serialization, how Uhuru ICC case shook the Kenyatta family and changed me. That is the story of Beth Mugo. She reveals behind the scenes detail around the 2007 election and the deadly political violence that followed. You can find it in page 2 and 3. And of course, being Monday, back to school edition is here. There's Junior Sport as the insider of the Daily Nation, and the papers that you can find today are KCPE Social Studies, KCSE Biology, and English, and of course so much more for the young ones. You can find it inside the Daily Nation this morning. And on African news, Morocco mourns quake victims as death toll surges past 2,000. The strongest ever quake recorded in the North African country has killed at least 2,012 people and injured over 2,000, many seriously, according to latest official figures. And you can find it in page 29 of the Daily Nation. Now, moving forward, we have our next publication as the Standard newspaper, and the top story is, this is our agenda, peace talks, whereas Kenyatta President William Ruto, and Azimio leader Raila Odinga have been the faces of the bipartisan talk. Kenyans from all walks of life are also having their say, and the committee is receiving memorandum that will be considered in their final report. And of course, you can see lots of a depiction there of multitudes. And we have a few statements from Kalonzo Musyoka, He says people are saying this is a constitutional moment and they are Kenyans talking before will not shy away from receiving any memorandum, only that they will have to be interrogated. And we also have Ichungwa says, we call on the committee to remind the Attorney General and the Cabinet Secretary for Interior and Coordination of the national government of the obligation, legal obligation to gazette regulation for the Prevention of Torture Act and the National Service Act aside adequate funding for the establishment of the National Coronary Service Secretary and Council. And moving forward, we also have another interesting story on matters health science, why you will be able to grow teeth again. You can find it in page 3 of the magazine. And on business, we have dollar zooms past 150 shillings, piles pressure on shilling, and you can find that in page 19. Now, we also have a story about why push for new counties will not be walk in the park. The whole story, you can find it in page 9 of the Standard newspaper. And of course, matters world news, we have the Morocco quake, which has told to 2,000, the earthquake that has been troubling the northern part of the country, of the African continent. And we also have health science as our insider of the Standard newspaper this morning, and you can find interesting pieces from this publication. And of course, we also have matters sports news in page 29. Coco Gauff's rise in tennis. You can find that in the Standard newspaper. Moving forward, we also have the Star newspaper as our next publication, and the top story is neglected claims piling up as NHIF says Treasury yet to release fund. And of course, these are tales of 1,000 injured cops crying for help, officers injured in the line of duties, enduring psychological distress, are still demanding to have better services when it comes to their healthcare. You can find it in page 4 and 5. And of course, we also have another top story, that is party grassroots polls, headache for Ruto and Raila. And of course, in the picture there, you can see Azimio leader Raila Odinga and Kisii Governor Simbarati at Ichuni Catholic Church in Kisii County yesterday. And we have another story about the profile. Kitui Senator Enoch Wambua during a briefing, that's his picture there, during a briefing at the Wiper Command Center in Karen. And the story is, Wambua's frustration pushed me to ditch media. His first journalism job was at Kenya Times, where he worked as a trainee sub-editor due to his background in linguistics. While there, he got an opportunity to pursue professional training course in Cairo, Egypt. And we also have another story, succession, race for LSK top job on as young lawyer in focus. The race for presidency of the LSK is heating up, as 5 aspirants so far declared interest to succeed Eric Theory. The aspirants have been attending low-key social events, bringing lawyers together, and their focus has been on young advocates. You can find it in page 2. And in page 6, we have the story about Murkomen debate. Road billions diverted during Kenyatta reign. Money budgeted for road is in some parts of the country was diverted to other projects by the government of President Uhuru Kenyatta. That is according to Roads and Transport CS Kipchumba Murkomen, and that is what he has said. And we also have the sports news. Coco on cloud 9 as she wins her first US Tennis Open Championship. You can find it in page 3 of the Star newspaper. And moving forward, we also have a People Daily publication, and the top story is War of Words over poll audit. Rocks Bomas, Gachagua warns government side will not allow revisiting of election results. But Kalonzo hits back, saying DP must not interfere with the talks as Ruto Raila rally their supporters. And of course, the full report is on page 4 and 5. And as you can see, these words of Ruto, he says, I do not want unnecessary noise as my agenda is to unite Kenyans. He said this yesterday in Meru County. And we also see Azimio leader Raila Odinga saying Kenya Kwanza has discriminated against some communities, and he was addressing residents of Kisii County yesterday. And of course, these are just war of words of a poll audit. And moving forward, how climate change hurts refugees, you can find it in page 6. Failed rains in their home countries and food insecurity in camps conspire to complicate the lives and displaced persons, making the case for intervention more urgent. And of course, you can see a picture there of COP28 Director General Maji Al Swaidi, who is leading representatives from UNHCR, World Food Programme and Emirates Red Crescent and Intergovernmental Authority on Development, that is IGAD, on a visit to the Dadaab refugee camp last weekend. And of course, we have another story. This is what I think about Harambee Stars, says Firat. Winning against Qatar, not very important. What matters more is how we played. And that is what is trending in the People Daily, the top stories there. And lastly, on Taifa Leo, we have the top story as ni bega kwa bega. Farasi wawili hasimu watangaza njama ya kufyekana miguu. UDA ikieleza mpango madhubuti wa kupenya ngome za ODM. And of course, we have a chart there that shows 28% by April 2023 chama cha ODM kufanya uchaguzi February 2024 katika jaribio la kufikia UDA kwa umaarufu. And we have UDA taking asilimia 45 according to utafiti wa gazeti hili la Taifa Leo. Kuanzia Aprili mwaka huu, wanasema chama cha UDA chatangaza uchaguzi Disemba 2023 kudumisha umaarufu wake. Na ni taarifa ya kivumbi. Picha kamili ya kinyang'ariko cha uchaguzi wa mwaka 2027 imeanza kujichora baada ya vyama maarufu zaidi vya UDA na Chungwa kutangaza tarehe ya uchaguzi wa kitaifa. Na tunaangalia taarifa nyingine ya vidokezo, ambapo Nasir atoa ahadi kwa wasanii. Gavana na spika atangaza kuwadhamini vijana wenye vipaji kwa manufaa yao binafsi na tansia nzima ya sanaa. Pia kwenye ukurasa wa 4 tuna taarifa kuhusu majaribio ya mtihani wa KPSEA mwaka huu mwaka 2024, samahani. Wanafunzi wa gredi ya 6 wanaojiandaa kwa tathmini ya kitaifa wana fursa ya kujinoa katika somo la Kiingereza. Na kwenye ukurasa wa 4, ndoto kubwa ya Mung'aro. Gavana wa Kilifi atangaza mpango wake wa kuzidisha watalii wa kigeni kutoka 39,000 kwa mwaka hadi nusu milioni katika ukanda wa Pwani. Utaipata kwenye ukurasa 4 pale. Na pia kwingineko tuna taarifa kuhusiana na magaidi wa Al-Shabaab watafutwa. Maafisa wa Lamu wazidisha juhudi za kuwakamata waliotega kilupizi barabarani. Utaipata kwenye ukurasa wa 5 pale. Na mwisho kwenye taarifa za spoti, AFCON, Senegal, DRC, Msumbiji zafuzu kwa fainali, za ungana na Nigeria, Misri, Algeria na miamba wengine kwa kidumbwedumbwe cha Afrika. Utaipata kwenye ukurasa wa 20 pale ndani ya Taifa Leo. Those are just some of the publications that we have had for you. Of course, we are taking a short break here at the Sunrise. We will be back shortly and we'll be bringing you some more exciting topics to talk about. Therefore, don't go too far and leave your comment with us. We interact.
Why are you stressed out? Why are you not sleeping at night? I concluded a long time ago in my Christian walk that the scripture says God never sleeps nor slumbers. And since he don't sleep, ain't no need of me staying up all night. Somebody look at your neighbor and say, I'm gonna go ahead to bed and see how God gonna work it out. He might have it all fixed by the time I get up in the morning. I can't change it. I can't fix it. I can't turn it around. But the God that I serve sure can.
Now, welcome back, and of course, before we move any further, we want to get some inspiration for the day, and that is taking a look at our verse of the day. And our verse comes from the book of Proverbs 3, verse 5 to 6, and according to NIV Bible, it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. And of course, this verse from the book of Proverbs offers profound guidance on trust, faith, and divine guidance. And of course, here is a breakdown of its key points and how it applies in your life today. And of course, the first bit of it is trust in the Lord with all your heart. This line encourages complete and unwavering trust in God. It emphasizes the importance of having faith and confidence in God's wisdom, providence, and plan for your life. And of course, in today's world where uncertainty and challenges abound, this verse reminds us that we can find stability and peace by just placing our trust in God. And of course, the second bit of it is lean not on your own understanding. This part of the verse advises against relying solely on your human wisdom and understanding, and it acknowledges that our understanding is limited and may not always lead us in the right direction. And of course, in the contemporary life that we live in, with its complexities and rapid changes, this reminds us to seek divine guidance rather than relying solely on our own judgment. And of course, we also have the bit where it says, in all your ways submit to him. And of course, this phrase encourages a lifestyle of submission to God, of course, God's will, and it implies seeking guidance and direction in every aspect of your life. I don't know how many times you pray and you ask God to, let his will be done in your life, because that is what pleases him. Therefore, it just calls for submission, whether it's in your relationship, in your career, in your decision making. Just align with God's purpose and you will be able to be fulfilled. And of course, he will make your path straight. The promise in this verse is that when we trust in God and we seek his wisdom and we submit to his will, he will guide and direct us in a way that leads to straight and righteous paths. And of course, we are living in a world where we have various distractions and conflicting priorities. And of course, having the assurance that God will be able to straighten your path just gives you hope and a sense of direction. Of course, Proverbs 3 verse 5 to 6 encourages us to have unwavering trust in God. We are encouraged to seek his guidance in all aspects of our life and find assurance that he will lead us on the right path. And of course, this message can provide comfort and help you understand that God is with you no matter the challenges you might face in this contemporary world that you're living in. And of course, you have to meditate on that as we take a short break. Of course, I just want to remind you that if you're looking into finding yourself a space where you can be able to relax, have a getaway, a little bit of time out from this stressful world, you are around Kitale town, you can visit Imani guest houses where you can find some quality space for you to, sit back, relax, reflect on some few things here and there, and get some amazing meals and some things that you might need to use, as a getaway kidogo from the kawaida world. And you can do that by visiting us and taking a look at what we have in store for you. Of course, if you also have events or ceremonies you want to celebrate, you can come to Imani Guest House and have that little gathering here, and you will enjoy all the services that will be provided for you. We're taking a short break. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Imani Guest Houses, your perfect home away from home. Our spacious guest rooms are designed to provide you with ultimate comfort and relaxation, complete with hot showers and free Wi-Fi. Enjoy mouth-watering meals served in our charming dining area with friendly staff at your service. Rest assured that your vehicle is safe and secure with our ample on-site parking space. Unwind in the serene outdoor terrace while enjoying the scenic surrounding, and our friendly staff is always on hand to ensure your stay is nothing short of amazing. Located along Webuye Kitale Road opposite St. Joseph's Boys High School and 1 kilometer from the Kitale Airstrip, it is uniquely located at Imani Radio Ministry Campus near the airstrip and highway. Contact us on 0796 035561 or 0713 093354. Book your stay at Imani Guest Houses today and experience the ultimate comfort and relaxation in this beautiful region.
Now, welcome back. Of course, we are on the home and living segment, and today we are embarking on, into the world of sustainable home improvement. Of course, we know the past week we have been having the African climate summit, and it was such an impactful event that took place. There was a lot of life-changing conversations that took place, and today we are going to take a look at how you can be able to as well live in a sustainable way at home. And of course, as we stand at the crossroads of climate change and environmental conservation, it is crucial to recognize the significant impact our homes have on the planet. And of course, there are numerous innovative and accessible ways you can transform your home into a sustainable space. And of course, you can be able to reduce carbon footprint while creating a comfortable and of course a beautiful living space for yourself. So let's kick things off with a game changer in the world of sustainable living. Now, of course, we have one important thing that each time you think about sustainable, energy use, you can think about solar power. And of course, harnessing the energy of the sun not only reduces your electricity bills, but also significantly cuts your carbon emissions. Solar panels have become more affordable and efficient than ever before, making them an excellent investment for homeowners looking to make a positive environmental impact. But sustainability doesn't stop just at solar panels. Of course, we have other things that you can be able to do, of course, to create yourself space, and also some decent ways of taking a look at the environment around you, and that is recycling and waste reduction. There are essential steps in reducing your home's ecological footprint. By segregating and properly disposing of recyclables, you are contributing to the circular economy and conserving valuable resources. Plus, reusing and upcycling materials can add a unique eco-friendly flair to your home decor. And of course, this is Africa. We have been brought up in environments that we also we always think about ways you can upcycle or recycle certain items, especially those that can be harmful to the environment, such as plastics. You can use it for different purposes. You can repurpose it for things that are going to last for a very long time without polluting the environment. For example, plastics sometimes are used as, potting materials, and sometimes you just have to use whatever is available and just try to do a little revamp here and there, and you're able to have something that can be helpful for the society. And of course, moving forward, you have energy sufficient cooking stoves. If you use wood or charcoal for cooking, consider investing in an energy efficient cook stove. And of course, over time, we have seen a lot of investment GCOs that have been added some improvements, such as the clay, to ensure that you do not consume lots of the charcoal, and some are even advancing to just using a firewood or two for your entire cooking, because they retain heat and all these things. These stoves are designed to burn fuel more efficiently, reducing both indoor air pollution and fuel consumption. And of course, right about this time, a lot of people are also embracing, cleaner options of fuel, and to see what the government has in store for us. Of course, they had some really interesting promises when it comes to the energy provision for, cooking gas and clean energy, and we're yet to see that. But before that, if you are unable to afford good clean cooking gas, you can be able to use whatever is available, whatever has been invented, to make sure that you use less of it. And of course, another thing that you can use to ensure that your environment or your space is also in good shape, and you are trying to save on the environment, is composting. Start your compost pile in your backyard to turn organic waste into nutrient-rich soil for gardening. And of course, composting reduces landfill waste and promotes sustainable gardening practices. And when you're talking about it, brings me to our next point, which is our home garden. Grow your own vegetables and herbs in a small backyard garden or in containers on your balcony. For those who do not have farms and they're living in the rental apartments, you can start something using containers as a garden, or just create a space where you can be able to grow your own organic food. And this not only provides fresh and organic produce, but also reduces the need for transportation of food. You do not have to travel so much for you to get small things that you can actually grow with a limited space. And now let's turn our attention to the materials we use in home improvement. Eco-friendly building materials such as reclaimed wood, recycled glass countertops, and low VOC paints are becoming increasingly accessible. These choices not only contribute to healthier indoor environment, but also support sustainable forestry and reduce waste, especially when you're living in a space where a lot of constructions are taking place, or there's a little bit of renovation here and there. You can be able to reuse some of those materials so that you do not have to leave lots of junk, where they are usually disposed. And of course, you will be contributing to some nice taking care of your environment. And of course, we have beyond our four walls, creating a community garden or joining a local co-op can help reduce food miles and foster a sense of community. It is an opportunity to grow your own produce, share resources, and reduce the environmental impact of your food choices. And as you can see, sustainable home improvement is about making choices that align with your values and still benefit both you and your household and the planet at large. Of course, it's a journey filled with exciting possibilities and opportunities to live in harmony with the environment. Try to see what can work for you and, make your life easier in one way or the other. And of course, that wraps up our home and living segment. And I hope you're inspired to embark on sustainable home improvement. And of course, remember, every change can really add up to greener, healthier world. And of course, You can join us next time for more tips and tricks on this segment. We are taking a short break. We'll be back with Business Monday.
Welcome as we go to science. For deaf people out there, I'm requesting you to join this program.
Welcome to Imani Digital Learning Center, where endless possibilities await. Are you a student with a passion for journalism and media studies? Look no further. At IDLC School of Journalism and Media Studies, we provide a dynamic and immersive learning experience. From cutting-edge technology to hands-on projects, you'll develop the skills and knowledge to thrive in the ever-evolving world of media. Dream of a career in the captivating world of tourism and hospitality management? Our School of Tourism and Hospitality Management at IDLC offers a getaway to exciting opportunities. With industry-driven curriculum and expert faculty, you'll gain the expertise and confidence needed to excel in this thriving field. Seeking a deeper understanding of theology and divinity? At IDLC School of Theology and Divinity, we provide a nurturing environment for spiritual growth and intellectual exploration. Our dedicated faculty and thought-provoking courses will guide you on a transformative journey. At Imani Digital Learning Center, we believe in hands-on education through internships, industry partnerships, and state-of-the-art facilities. You'll gain real-world experience that sets you apart. Our supportive community and vibrant campus life ensures a well-rounded education. Join us at Imani Digital Learning Center and unlock your potential. Discover your passion, chase your dreams, and shape a brighter future. The journey begins at IDLC. Contact us today to embark on your educational adventure at Imani Digital Learning Center. Together, let's create a path to success. You can find us nestled in the heart of Kitale at our convenient location within Imani Radio, just across from St. Joseph's Boys High School. To get in touch with us, simply reach to us at 0741 978 177, 0741 978 177, or 0742 951 379.
Now, welcome back to the Business Monday segment. Of course, today we are having a conversation about the power of compound interest and building wealth over time. Of course, we are about to dive into this financial concept that has a potential to change a life. And of course, you may have heard it being referred to as the 8th wonder of the world. And trust me, it lives up to the hype. So stay tuned so that you might be able to, learn more about it. Now, you will be able to understand why starting early and staying consistent with your investment can lead to brighter financial future. And of course, let's just start with the basic. Compound interest is the process where you can earn interest on both your initial investment and the accumulated interest from previous periods. And of course, in other words, you make your money making starts money starts making money, and then that money makes more money. Of course, it's a financial snowball effect, and it's incredibly powerful. And of course, to illustrate its power, let's take a look at a very hypothetical example. Imagine you invest $1,000 at annual interest of 5%. After the first year, you will be able to earn at least $50 in interest, bringing your total to, $1,050. Now, here's where the magic happens. In the second year, you are not earning interest on just the initial $1,000. You are earning interest on the entire $1,050. That means you will be able to earn $52 in the second year, bringing your total to $1,102.50. Now, the real key to harnessing the power of compound interest is time. The longer your money compounds, the more sustainable and substantial your gains become. That is why it's very crucial to start investing early in life, even if it's just a small amount. Time is your greatest ally when it comes to wealth building. And of course, sometimes over years, there have been conversations concerning, is it better to save or to invest? And one thing that I have come to learn when it comes to money is that over time, when you need to start a business and you do not have a saving, or you do not have, the capital for your investment, then it means you're going to probably render yourself into some loan, or you might not be able to actually get ahead with, starting that business or starting that investment journey that you're thinking about. And therefore, the one thing that I have come to learn, for you to venture into anything else, the baseline is always on saving. Therefore, when you're thinking about compound interest and all this, it's just a matter of saving. You just put a small amount of money consistently somewhere until you find enough amount that you need for your investment purposes. Of course, it's easy to think that you need a massive sum of money to benefit from compound interest, but that's a common misconception. Even the modest, consistent contribution can make a significant impact. You might think you only make a few shillings here and there, and therefore that cannot really create any impact. But when it comes to think of it, so long as you are consistent in your saving, when you're consistent in depositing the amount that you need to do and ensuring that you do that faithfully, over time you will be able to see the results. And therefore, it is key to develop a disciplined savings and investment strategy and be able to stick to it. And I know it's sometimes hard. You are there thinking about your future, your investment and everything, then something pops up and you now end up removing the money from the savings account, and you end up, using it for different emergencies, different needs that emerged that you had not planned for. But for you to be able to, get the real benefit out of this thing is making sure that you are consistent, you are disciplined, and you are sticking to the plan. No matter what happens, you stick to the plan, and of course you will be able to get your rewards. And of course, the beauty of compound interest is that it rewards patience and consistency. Of course, start by setting clear financial goals, and I think one of the reasons, of course, that a lot of people are finding it very difficult for them to save, it's because they are not so clear about why they are saving in the first place for them to, earn that compound interest. It's just a thing. Probably you found it a trend, or we are here telling you that you need to save, and now you start saving without having a clear vision or goal for your money. when you're getting into compound interest thing, or at least the savings, so that you can be able to, get the compound interest, it means you have to know what do you want to do with the money afterwards. That's why we're saying it is the base of your investment. It is the base of your future endeavors. Probably if it's a business, if it's venturing into money market funds, or just thinking about something that you can invest in, the base is always the savings. And these savings, we are talking about savings in accounts where you can be compound, you can find a compound interest. And of course, once you have your clear financial goal, you can be able to create a budget that includes regular contribution to your investment account. Think about, I need to contribute 5,000 per month for this particular project, and by the end of a year or two, I will be able to afford a certain thing that you have been eyeing, or whatever amount you're thinking about. Just make sure you have that budget and you input it in your budgeting. While you're doing your budgeting, you can be able to put it as some of the essentials, the ones that you can never miss. And of course, once you do that and you stick to the plan, it will be rewarding at the end of the day. So whether it's a retirement fund or a brokerage account or a high yield savings account, consistency is key to the success. So whatever you're thinking about, probably when it comes to investing your money and thinking about ways you can be able to grow your finances, just think about starting with savings where you get compound interest. And of course, the power of compound interest is a concept that can take you from financial stability to wealth accumulation. And of course, remember, the earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Don't wait for too long thinking that you're too young for you to start having your financial investment plan, or never think that it's too late for you, because you can work with whatever you have. But the earlier you start, the better for you to see the results, and for you to see how the compound interest works for you. Therefore, allow your money to grow, and allow yourselves to grow while you're thinking about your future investment. Just think about savings first, then you will be able to see what will work for you, and you will never need to get yourself into any debt. And once you stick to the plan, you don't need to use your savings or your investment money as emergency funds. Once you have clearly defined finances, I promise you it's going to be super easy for you to make sure your plans come to completion, and also your financial strategy and your financial freedom is closer to you as the time goes by. And of course, that's a wrap for this Business Monday segment. Thank you so much for joining us as we have explored, the wonders of compound interest, and we hope that you are inspired to take action and start building your financial future today. And this is a decision that you have to make and stay committed to it. Therefore, while you're thinking about it, see how it can work for you and try it out. And then I hope in a year or two we will be able to hear your testimony, or you will be able to tell, I was able to try this compound interest thing and I was able to get some income, and now I have invested in something or two that you have always wished for. Therefore, stay tuned for more financial literacy tips and insights right here on Business Monday, every single Monday at 7:30 p.m. And of course, if you have any financial topics that you'd like us to cover in the future episodes, please let us know in the comment section. And of course, we will be able to dive into it. We will bring in experts if you need them to, and we will be able to help you in your financial journey, and of course trying to build something up for yourself from this episode. And remember, the power to build wealth is in your hands. That's how we wrap up the Sunrise this morning. I wish you a very successful day today, and let the will of the Lord be done in your lives. Goodbye.